Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to season 2, episode 1 of Chalk Talk with Tivy head coach, athletic director Curtis Neill. Coach,
Yes, sir.
welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Excited, man.
Man, we are excited as well. I think the whole town's excited for this upcoming season. Of course, gone are your 2025 seniors, and boy, you've had to replace some pretty darn good ones.
Oh, no doubt.
Holy cow.
Hard to replace a President Calamaco, a Colin Rose,
Yeah.
Avellino on the defensive side, Areola, and it just guys all over the field. Just, man, they're going to be missed. But, our young men have been working extremely hard since January, reloading. Kids are fighting and competing daily, and excited. Can't wait to start it off on Friday night.
Yeah. Gone also is Class 5A.
That's right. That's right.
Basically have a whole new schedule minus Del Rio this week and Fredericksburg, who's now in our district,
Correct.
the final week. So everybody else is
Davenport.
Oh, Davenport.
Yeah.
You're three. Thank you for catching. Yes, three.
Well.
That's what I'm here for.
So 3 teams are back from last year's schedule.
Yes, sir.
But everybody else is brand new.
Brand new, excited about the new opportunities in 4A. It's new rivalries and so on and so forth with, we opened up the season with Del Rio this week. Then we have Liberty Hill Legacy Ranch, which is a brand new 5A school that split with Liberty Hill this year. And it's supposed to be an extremely talented young group. They're a 5A bunch. Obviously, Del Rio's a 6A bunch. Then we travel to San Antonio and play San Antonio Churchill, which is another 6A program.
Yeah.
And then we have our off week, and then we fire up district play with LBJ, who is number 10 in the state in 4A. So they're extremely proud of that group. And then the second, district opponent is going to be Davenport. So we're going to be tested early.
Yep.
And man, but our kids are excited. And I keep talking to our young men about all we're focused on right now is Del Rio.
Sure.
From the coach's perspective and all the new things, we obviously look ahead and line up and plan and all the things. But our young men are excited to get out there Friday night. We go on the road, we travel, the 245 down there, and gonna have some fun. Yes, sir.
This is hopefully the last go round.
Well, it's a 2-year deal.
Oh, I know, but they come here.
That's right.
They come here.
That's right.
So hopefully this is our last trip.
Hey, you know what? And I tried to find another opponent. It is extremely challenging.
It is.
There was a bunch of folks that I put it out there real hard and contacted, and even teams out of Houston, and they said they did not want it. They did not. Nope, coach, we're good. So,
wow.
You can look at that 2 different ways. They could see kind of us mixing it up and the challenges from there. And then some of the other schools didn't want to compete against us for whatever reason. They have their own reasons, but.
Interesting.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, hopefully, like I said, hopefully they'll wisen up and they'll go, okay.
I like Bob. That a boy.
Bob likes it over there. He likes going to Del Rio.
I tell you what, this guy did nothing but complain last time we went to Del Rio. Because it rained the majority of the game.
Yeah, it was about like an hour delay.
Yeah. And he is not, if his socks are wet, he's worse than anybody you've had to deal with.
We're going to get Bob an umbrella.
Look,
there you go.
He bringing extra socks with him.
He's got them in his back pocket.
Already packed his extra socks.
I'm ready.
So there is a 20% chance of rain.
Well,
on Friday.
Let's try getting a group preset out there.
Well, yeah, because their press box is.
Oh, it is weird.
Yeah, it's not happening. But we're in the stands.
I've heard about it. So I've never. This will be the first time playing in Del Rio.
Yeah,
it is an old air flight tower.
It's what it is.
Exactly.
That's exactly what it is. It goes straight up.
Straight up, a little circular.
And there ain't no room, man. If you're a big boy trying to get up any of those ladders, it don't work too well.
So needless,
big coaches, I've already heard.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. I mean,
needless to say, we're going to be back in the stands.
Yes, we will be on the visiting side. So
Nothing wrong with that.
looking forward to it. Well, let's talk a little bit about the newcomers, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Talk about replacing Colin Rose at quarterback. You kind of have a quarterback duel going on.
We
back
do.
there.
We do. So, like, I love our quarterback room. Last year, Cohen Staling played as a freshman, played on our JV, and handled it extremely well. High football IQ. He's got a lot of twitch in him. Good decision maker. He's great in the locker room. Busts his tail. So it's exactly the type of young man that we want. Leading our group. We had another young man that's moved in here to us, Hagan Young, and bigger, taller,
Mm-hmm.
6'5" kid that is embracing the offense and is learning the offense and doing extremely well there as well. And then we have Brody Dell, which is a coach's kid,
Right.
this is his second year in the system. He is so valuable to us on the defensive side at safety.
Yes.
To where that's his priority position, and he kind of moonlights on the offensive side at quarterback, running back, and receiver.
Yeah.
So he's an athlete.
Well, yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that, Coach.
You will.
A lot of those athletes that are rotating.
Yes, you will.
Probably both ways.
Yes, you will. We have a very small roster this year, but that was done intentionally. Like we try to win at all levels, right? From freshman, JV, and varsity. So. I'm creating more depth. Last year we had some injuries on the defensive side, and so I'm creating more depth by playing kids on both sides of the football. About 80% of our roster does play on both sides of the football.
Wow, that's
And
first.
so how we split practice, how we install, it's Ironman football. And but we have to condition. We've been conditioning extremely hard, so our fitness level we feel like is in a really good spot. It will be tested with the heat Friday night in Del Rio.
Will it?
And all the things. But I have a good feeling that our young men are ready for it, for the challenge.
Yeah, Coach, going back to I think about a year ago when we were picking your brain about you were new to us and we were trying to learn about the things, and you had taken a quarterback who hadn't played quarterback since its freshman year, and you being the offensive minded person and the quarterback minded person, it was unique to see you develop Colin Rose the way you did. And so we're looking very forward to it, just like that this year in Staling and Young, to see that because we hadn't even thought of Colin Rose
That's right.
as a spectator, as we hadn't even thought of Colin Rose as a quarterback a year ago at this time.
Right.
And you and I had talked about it, Mark, and it's unique to see. This is why we love the beginning of the season so much, is to see what kids step up and how we're not privy to the off season and how you shuffle, just like what you talked about. Now kids, last year, I don't think Dale was on defense at all. And now you just said what an intricate part of the defense that he's going to be. And so there's one movement of the pawns right there that you're doing, and we're looking forward to seeing all those things. And I know you have them in your hand. That was just a segue lead into you where you see the kids right now.
Yeah, no doubt. And you talk about Colin. You bring up a good point because we're an offensive driven team, so it all revolves around coachability and then who can move the sticks. Take what the defense gives you as far as the mindset, the football IQ to take what they give you. We don't run a style of offense that just says, hey, hand the ball off here or do that. It's always a pre-snap, post-snap, and then moving parts. And then we do it at a tempo. I take pride in saying that we are a tempo-based offense. But our tempo is different than most people's tempo. Like when I mean full throttle, it is as fast as we can possibly go. And we try to put pressure on defenses that way we get more base style defenses because the communication piece, the other side needs to be on point. So we get more base style of defenses to where we can actually take advantage of, base defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then the decision making, like, hey, if they're doing this, you do that. Or if they're doing that, you do this. So, you take all that into account. But just like Colin last year, 11 games, 223, out of 388 attempts, he completed 223 for 3,662 yards. For a kid that didn't play quarterback.
Yeah.
Until his 3,600 yards, throwing the football around. Broke 2 of the Tivy records, touchdown completions. And then he had the one, just a phenomenal year, So, so that's the standard. That's the way I look at it.
Sure.
We are a quarterback driven offense. So what should change? Nothing. Nothing should change. Execution is execution. So expectations and standards are expectations and standards. So I'm excited about the competition in the room. They challenge one another. They support one another. And then, the supporting cast is phenomenal. Let's just say that. We have the twins. They're like firecrackers, man. They like explosive as you can be. Like any given play, that thing can go to the house. You have Evan Batts, who is just an athlete, who could make things happen. Very athletic. You have Aiden Zavala, who is like, this is his third year on varsity as a starting returner. He rushed for over 1,000 yards last year. I'm expecting Aiden to have a mega year this year.
Yeah.
Because we have the majority of our offensive line returning. So our run game, and plus we've incorporated some bigger sets and some heavier sets and some RPO scenarios to where like with our offensive line and some of our gap schemes and how we're going to incorporate some RPO game with it, it should be an exciting brand of football if we can execute it.
Well, it kind of all started back in the summer too. Well, I mean, it's really year round with with these guys. Excuse me, but I mean, how are you seeing the increase in their reps, the weights, and I mean,
yeah.
are you seeing a lot of increase in what they're able to lift, their strength,
No doubt.
speed,
Mark? So we do everything. So like phase one is a gut check sort of phase, right? That's where we really, really tax them as far as their mind and really set their mind for what's happening. So that's about a 4-week phase in which we do. Phase two, we go to a 4-1 split to where we're in the weight room. So that's a strength phase. And that's a 6-week phase. That's a longer phase for us. So we focus on the weights and we really try to get that off season when it's cold outside. We're hitting, it's basically January and February, right? And then we get into phase 3 where we incorporate the mats. So we go to a 3-2 split where we lift 3 days a week, but we start teaching football and doing mat drills the other 2 on Tuesday and Thursday. And then once we get into basically May, now we're back to a 3-2 split where we're in off season where we're incorporating spring training.
Yeah.
So so we incorporate the offense and defense for a 3-week phase in May. We reboot it in June when we get in the sack. And then July hits, it's another 3-week where we just advance it. We go fundamentals. We go fundamentals plus tags. Then we go fundamentals plus tags plus extra stuff. And then we get in August. Now here we go. Now they have the whole enchilada. And now we're doing all the special creativity stuff and all the things.
Well, I got to say, it certainly shows. I mean, because last week we were on the field for the scrimmage that we had here at Tivy Stadium. And, I mean, I know their numbers are different. And Mark and I are pretty familiar with a lot of the players, especially the returners. And we're like, where'd they get all these big kids on the offensive line? And we asked, they're like, well, it's almost the same group. And I'm like, well, that kid's not the same group. Oh, yeah, it's so-and-so. Whatever. And then we started naming names like that we're familiar with, and it was substantially different for us who saw them every single week last year to be back down on the field with them where we've had a gap time, and now here they are. And like, I'll take for instance, Balzer.
Yep.
Man, we loved interviewing that young man last year. He called himself the smallest center in 5A, at a $145 or $150, whatever he was. He's a mountain of a young man this year. I mean, he's larger. I mean, he's
good-looking kid, And
yeah,
that
great
credit
kid
to our coaching staff and the attention to detail within our off season, because we require our kids to weigh in. It's a part of our we have it all on the computer. We have the brand new Hammer Strength weight room that the Houston Texans helped donated to us, right, along with our booster club.
Okay,
it's a $125,000 weight room set, and then our computer system that's equipped by Strength Builder, to where and Austin Galafaro is our strength coach down there and does a phenomenal job of setting up our strength program, and our kids follow it, and they're required to weigh in once a week. So we're monitoring all the things, and then plus like we have our protein bar going on right now, to where every morning they're getting 40 milligrams of protein every day as they leave from the transition from the field over. So that will help them last throughout the season and recover, and maintain their strength. And plus, we lift year round. So like the Monday and Tuesday after we work out in the morning, they come back after school and we hit our weights and then we hit our film after school from 4 to 5. So it's a year-long process. We don't just do it during football season. So
Oh, yeah.
there's a big
It shows.
method to the madness, right?
Yeah, it shows. That's
sir.
why it's one of the reasons we're so excited about seeing how that translates over onto the football field, because
Yes,
it's
sir.
the obvious difference.
And
It
you
shows.
you mentioned Balzer. Like Balzer is a priority middle linebacker for us this year, and then he will come over as a secondary position and play offensive tackle / center. So, man, we're trying to be as creative as we possibly can to build the highest quality to maximize this opportunity for these young men in this community.
Wow, that's good stuff. And I want to come in and see some of that equipment.
Come on.
I mean,
Me and you start working out.
by God, don't tell me I don't need to. Jeez. As I take another sip of my Mountain Dew, everything's good.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so let's talk about some of these new kids new names that we're going to be expecting to hear
Yes, sir.
on Friday night.
Yes, sir. Can I announce some captains real quick? Y'all mind
Oh
if I
yeah,
do
by
that?
all means, yeah.
Man, our kids. So we vote on this weekly, and our kids. We send it to them, and they vote on it. And they take it extremely serious. But this year, captains is going to represent us. Kyron's going to be one of them. Sam Barber, Wesley Miller, and Carter Diaz. So two on
Okay.
defense. It was 100% voted on through our entire varsity team, our roster, and those are the kids that they voted for. So
Okay.
I'm excited about that. I announced them this morning to the guys. So very, very pumped for them. Our flag runners are going to be Ryan Balzer, Aiden Baldwin, Jackson Clements, and Christian Benavides. So a lot of kids making plays all over the place. Those kids have been rewarded by saying, "Hey, your peers want you to represent us out there." So pretty pumped for that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good stuff.
It
Thank you.
is. It is. It is. Talking about, I'm going to start on the defensive side. I'm going to start with our front because I was talking to our kids yesterday and I was talking about, you're talking about different collegiate. And I was like, what's the difference? What separates the SEC from a lot of people? And they're thinking, it's the box. It's the box. I said, a lot of
Absolutely.
people have the skill kids and all this kind of stuff, but when that box is intact, that's what kind of separates the brand of football. So I'm going to start there in the box. We have Jackson Valentine, who was on our JV last year.
New name.
And then got up a little bit at the varsity level and played a little bit, but expecting big things for him. He'll be starting at a defensive end. We have Will Russ, who played linebacker for us last year, who's one of those kids that is really bulked up and done a nice job in the weight room. He'll be playing a 3-tech for us. So he'll be on defensive tackle. We have Brady Ingram, who was on varsity last year, but is going to play a major role this year. And he's going to be another defensive tackle. And then we got returning Sam Barber, who he's kind of like our alpha male on that defensive line. Like really good player and big things expected for him. We got Cooper Jaimez. He played outside backer last year. We're going to transition him inside and outside. So he'll be playing both. And then Ryan Balzer in the middle. So we got some good things. I feel like our secondary is probably going to be one of our more of our strength. And Aiden Baldwin, Josh Wheatfall, Brody Dell, and Gavin Whalen. And then we have our hybrid safety, Carter Diaz, who is our team captain, one of them.
Okay.
And very, very, very athletic group. Like they can cover some ground, they can make plays, they can fit for the run, they can defend in the pass. Coach Dell's doing a great job of mixing coverages. And then we have Kyron and Kenyon, the twins, who will moonlight over there, especially in 3rd and long scenarios. We're going to have a package for them to get out there. And then even our quarterbacks, Cohen and, we'll moonlight in the secondary as well.
Okay.
So, like, very, very talented group, excited for them on the defensive side of the ball. They've been challenged, this year in particular. And we faced Seguin last week, 78 yards. What we gave up against Seguin.
Yeah.
So obviously they're bowing their neck. And when we get into our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday routines, and then Tuesdays we do an inside period. Boy, it's been fun to watch those kids bow their neck and compete. So very, very excited for this opportunity this year.
Good deal.
Yes, sir.
What about the offensive side?
Offensive side, let's talk this. You got the twins. We got Kenyon coming to us from he wanted to focus on the basketball arena last year, and he decided to come out and play this year. And I'm telling you, it's going to be, him and Kyron are the same type of athlete, same type of caliber kid, just unbelievable young man. So we're extremely excited about them. Got Evan Batts playing inside and Wesley Miller. Wesley is another one of the team captains that they voted for. Tight end, so he bounces in and out, flips over. So just everything involving what Wesley brings to the table, it's so huge. And then we have, the quarterback position. We'll see how all that settles in. But we got Cohen Staling and Hagan Young out there competing with it. And then Aiden Zavala, another 3-year returning running back who is going to make plays all over the field. The big boys up front, we have Azil Munoz, who was on our JV last year, but he is going to play a heck of a role for us at center. And then Seth Grocky at right tackle, he's a returning starter for us. We got Oates, Big Fred Oates, who is a returning guard. We got Big Amato, who's an all-district returner. So was Fred. So our guards are Fred's 275. Amato has cut a little bit of weight. He's around the 310 range. But both those young men, going to be good. And then we brought over a defensive kid, Amat, who's going to be our starting left tackle. He played defensive end last year on the JV and has bulked up, and we're excited about him, his athleticism and his grit. So
How do you feel about that move? I mean, a lot of people, if you're defensive minded and you like hitting people, it'd be like,
here's the beauty in our community and our kids and our stuff. Kids want to play. And we sell that from a coaching perspective too, from a coach's philosophy. Be an athlete, be a player. Do what's best for your team. Sometimes, yeah, kids get stuck in, hey, I'm only this or I'm only that.
Mm-hmm.
We want them to play football, be a football player. You take Brody Dell, for example, safety, quarterback, receiver, running back. I mean,
Yeah.
reality is
Return man.
kickoff return specialist, all district kid.
Yeah.
The kid just wants to play football. And when you have that mindset, it's just like we're crossing so many kids over. Like you're talking about Kyron and Kenyon. Hey, we need you to go over there and play some safety or go over there and play some quarter. And yes, sir. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. They just do it. But it takes that mindset to be good. It takes that mindset and it gets contagious where kids start competing. Well, now it can, we're not just, we just don't have one deep. We can throw things around. We can mix some things up, and kids are competing for opportunity to get on the field.
Love that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. That's what Mark and I always talk about, and obviously you see it more as as I was moving down to 4A, because like you said, the roster's less, and so the depth of the roster makes it a whole lot better once you start mixing players on both sides of the ball. And
Yes,
so,
sir.
yeah, no, we're very much looking forward to it. And you're right. We asked the kids the other day when they're on the sideline, the other day we talked to them, we'd interact with them. Hey, if they're an offensive guy, we would just say, hey, I see you on the defense. And their eyes light up. And even the defensive guys, a couple of them, hey, I see you over there on the offense side. And they're like, yes, sir. And you don't have to be specific. You don't have to be anything, but you can learn a lot from those kids recognizing, heck yeah. That gives me the opportunity to be on the field more, and it gives me,
An example,
like you said.
a great example of that, like Reed Sonnenberg is one of our tight ends. And he when we get into the big package, we call it 21 personnel, 2 tight ends, 1 back, right? They get in and that pulls a receiver off. And we have some different sets in that. But he goes over there against Seguin and he grades out like almost 90% because he made plays all over the field. When you have that sort of scenario, right? Now how, depending on who we're playing, we could move Reed to a defensive end and knock Barber into a defensive tackle. And now, so you mix it that way as well.
Wow.
Sure.
So it's creating competition, but at the same time, kids are receptive to it and they're busting their butt. It's going to be fun.
Good looking athlete, though.
No doubt.
We made comments. That's a good looking. That's a good looking.
And we saw it. We saw him on the defense. That's what's caught our attention, actually, without ever talking about this. So we caught his attention.
He's a big old rascal.
He is a big
old rascal. That moves extremely well. And a great kid.
Yeah.
Great family, great kid, everything. Yep.
Yeah, we enjoyed watching him on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, we have reached our first break. When we come
That was
back,
quick. Wow, that's good. It's like we hadn't seen each other in
we got
months.
plenty to cover yet. We got plenty to cover yet. So we'll be talking Del Rio on our return. Of course, we have our picks. Not many, but there are a few college games going on. And also going to have a question answer with Coach Neill later on in the show as well. You're not going to want to miss that. Promise that that's going to be good stuff. So a lot of good stuff right around the corner. Hang tight. We'll be back right after this break. All right, welcome back to Chalk Talk. Need to thank our sponsors, Cecil Atkinson Motors, of course, in Kerrville, their new acquisition over in Fredericksburg. Our Chalk Talk sponsor once again this year. Man, we could not do it without them, and we give them a big thank you. I know they have been a perennial sponsor for, not only Tivy Antler Athletics, but they're they appreciate the kids and all the efforts that they do. So they show their appreciation by supporting stuff just like this. So thank you to Cecil Atkinson Motors. Well, Coach, before we get into Del Rio, you made some new hires on the coaching end this year. Who are the new faces?
So we have Connor McHugh. He's coming from Cypress area out of Houston, Texas. He was the offensive coordinator at Cypress Falls, which is a traditionally, they're three rounds, 2 rounds deep every single year in that northwest area of Houston, and he's going to be coaching running backs for us. Basically got him on a steal. So
We'll take it.
extremely
I love
excited
that.
about Connor. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then we have Trey Vondenstein from Smithville, and he's going to be working with our corners. And Trey is a younger coach, but boy, he brings a lot of energy, a wealth of knowledge. He's a very, very smart kid, and he's a special teams guru. He's a long snapper at McNeese, and so he's going to be helping Coach Owens coordinate that special teams part and helping assist in all of our special team scenarios.
Well, you always talk about how important special teams is to
Yes,
part of the entire game. That's
100%.
You really focused on that last year, and it showed. And so
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
that'll
I
be a
think
nice
you
addition.
tell, like even in our scrimmage early on, what it looked like difference between our special teams units and Seguin special team units.
Oh, absolutely.
So and I made sure to reference that to our kids and our coaching staff, like it's a huge part of the entire process, right? So, and we take pride in that. So, hat off to our coaching staff for having our kids prepared, knowing how to transition on and off, and just making sure that our special teams units are ready each week. Yes, sir. And then we hired Jacob Harris as our new tennis coach. Really excited about him. He's coming from Llano, and he's doing some really nice things out there with our tennis program.
And I texted you when I saw that he was hired. I said, good hire, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Because he comes from Mason, where he went to high school.
Yep.
We're not going to hold that against him.
No, we won't. But if you know anything about Mason, they have a very strong tennis tradition.
Yes, they do.
So he comes from it by it naturally, for sure. But
yes, they do.
I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet, but I was excited whenever I heard the hire there.
Yeah, great coach, great great teacher, great. He's going to be great for our program. 100% great for our community. And interesting you said that, because Coach Estes, one of our receiver coaches, is from Mason.
Also from Mason, yeah.
But Coach Estes played it all, right? Went football, basketball, track, baseball, and then tennis. So there was a connection there right instantly, and so it was just fun. Good, and giving all the coaches a hard time for that.
That's small town sports right there.
Love it.
Three sports in the spring:
That's right.
tennis, track, and baseball.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my cow! All right.
And Coach S is one of those guys that can handle it.
Oh,
Great
yeah,
athlete,
for sure.
no doubt. And then we have Wesley Lash, who's going to be our assistant basketball coach and help out Coach Richter.
Okay.
And we're excited about him. I've been watching him in the gym early on this last week, and I can tell he's going to be a big time bonus. Hire from just the energy he's bringing. So we're excited about him.
Good stuff.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
those
sir.
are the new hires for this year. Let's get into Del Rio, Coach. Got them on Friday night. What can we expect?
So defensively, Del Rio runs an odd front, right? It's they're going to be an odd front. They're going to mix in their coverage. They're a quarters team. They'll play some cover 2 versus certain formations and look. They didn't show in their scrimmages. They got a brand new coaching staff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they did not show within their schemes any sort of pressures. Very very base sort of defenses. We shall see. So from just a normal 3-4 style of play, that's the odd front. We're going to attack inside run. We'll attack outside run, and we're going to have a heavy action game. And plus, we've got some screens that we've worked on hard. So, and then our option game, we'll test some of their alignment. So I'm excited to see how all this holds true. Defensively, our guys are going to face, and we've gone to basically a hybrid even man front with a 3 high system. So we can, certain formations will have a 6-man box. Certain formations will have a 5-man box. At times it'll look like but it's almost always a 6-man box. So we're going to try and force teams to pitch the ball, keep it perimeter, and make sure that, and we feel like our secondary is at a point to where we'll
was
be
gonna
able to hold
say,
up. That's our
yeah.
strength.
Yeah.
That's our strength, 100%. So we like our chances and our kids as long as we prepared and we play disciplined, and we fit up stuff correctly and we squeeze on down blocks and we fit with our linebackers quick and our safety has quick eyes and quick triggers. Like, it's going to be fun to watch, So and our kids are believing in it, and our coaching staff is doing a great job. So Friday night will be the first test. Now they are a spread-based offense.
Okay.
They're a spread team. They like to, they've shown that they tried to mix it up, run and pass. They're pretty balanced when it comes to that scenario. So, and we'll see how they game plan us, and then obviously when you're playing a new coaching staff and it's the first ball game, there'll be some wrinkles that we'll have to adjust on the fly.
Right.
So, and our coaching staff will be ready for that.
So how do you approach like a new coaching staff like this and an early game as opposed to, let's say, a scrimmage where obviously you talk to the coaches and kind of knew what each other was going to do because you have an underlying plan
Right.
working into it, and you want to grow. How is it different between a scrimmage and now a first game as far as interaction with the opposite coaches?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of hey, we're going to do this and that. In the scrimmages, we will say, hey,
Right.
we're in Alberton. Hey, you're going to see. We'll tell them what we're going to do.
Yeah, because it benefits both sides.
That's right.
Yeah,
like there ain't no surprises. We're not trying to. Hey, we're just. It's a glorified practice, so to speak, against other people, right? So that now this deal Friday, total different deal. Like he's
we ain't your friend.
Yeah, we're gonna, we're gonna try and get after him, and if we can drop 60, we're gonna drop 60. So so we're gonna try and get after them, and they're gonna try and get after us. So us doing our research, coming where Coach Alfonte came from, like we go back and we start looking at where he was, what did he do there, and so there's all that included too. So there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we try to incorporate that to give our kids the best opportunity.
So where do you think you are compared to last year's team, to this year's team, offensive, defensively? Where do you think they're at in comparison on both sides of the ball?
We are 100% further along this year than we were at this point last year.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
And for a couple reasons, right? Year one, the July 4th incident, and so we shut down. We're in the middle of that second phase, and we shut down. We got down to the river. We were helping with, community support and helping and all the things that we could possibly do. There's other things more important than football at that point. So we just halted the install. So when we started ramping back up, a week and a half, 2 weeks later, and started going back into our install, I felt like between the week off with the 4th, the shutdown to help, we took basically 2.5 weeks off. And then to get started again, it was almost like starting over.
Oh, wow.
So, but then we got going, right? And it just, and I made the comment to our team and our coaches last week, like, man, we're so much further along because we keep all the records from last year. We reference them each week. We see what was installed. And so, there's constant reference points and checks and balances to make sure that things are getting where they need to be. And I feel really good about where we're at.
Okay. That's good news.
Yeah, that is. No, it's one of the questions I had for him too, that, going into it, obviously just newness has a degree of setback, like I remember this show a year ago. You were talking about the kids having to learn a totally different vocabulary, a different language of every single thing. And I asked the question, was anything carried over? And you said, no, every single verbiage that you use on the entire offensive side, entire defensive side was new. Right. And then, man, you do that. So at least there's just the simple degree of familiarity that now exists with those kids of having something a year has to put you ahead. So that's good to hear.
Kids would reference it last year, like during the summer, like drinking through a fire hose. It's just because of the information and plus our tempo, right?
Yeah.
It's go, 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 go. And then, a lot of our routes are based off of, like a vertical route, like we'll snap it off if there's a certain look. So it's not just, hey, you're just running landmarks, right? There's landmarks and adjustments off of it based off of their reaction. So there's a bunch of wealth of information they're trying to decipher. And then Coach Neill is on them about tempo, pace. It's going to benefit us. You got to trust it. Snap it. And so there, excuse me. There's all that involved with it. With being a tempo style defensively, our coaches didn't get here till the summer. So them learning it on both sides of the ball was extremely challenging. Because it is a bunch of information. And this year it just started earlier. So and then the retention from last year. With the kids that did return. So I feel like we are way further ahead than what we were in all three phases. In all three phases.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, that's got to make you feel good too.
It does.
Those little, don't have to press as much. So good stuff. Good stuff. All right. There you have it. Did we talk defensively, Del Rio?
Yes,
I think
sir.
we kind of did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Got
odd
it
front.
covered.
They were the odd
Yeah.
front. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So Del Rio covered. Looking forward to the trip. Not really, but anyway, we've got a joint that we're going to stop at and eat. Are you
We
going to
do.
go ahead and reveal that?
Cripple Creek Steakhouse. That's it. That's the one. I'm looking forward to it.
Cripple Creek Steakhouse. So
Yep.
if you're listening out there,
Yep.
you want to join us.
Cripple Creek Steakhouse opens at 5 o'clock.
I know one. I know one.
So we'll
that
be
probably
there.
will
We'll
join
be
you.
there right when.
Opens at 5.
Yeah. So we can get.
See, Justin, that's why I'm late.
Oh
This is why I'm late. I'll
Having you a second.
We'll call ahead. It'll be ready when we get
Justin's
there.
always complaining that I'm late for setting up and not in this. This is one right here.
Because we gotta get that pregame meal in
Well,
to get
I know, yeah, but-
especially if we're driving all that way.
Yeah,
So
true that.
hey, I just find the joints. They just y'all work out the
All right,
logistics.
so, we might have to make an adjustment. We might have to make a
Audible.
Yeah.
All right. They have a Whataburger.
Just because. I mean, 5 o'clock's late.
I'll call them. They'll have it ready when we get there.
Okay, we'll talk about it. What's the name of the joint again?
Cripple Creek Steakhouse.
What do you got, Bob?
Got a couple questions and
Okay.
comments, couple obscure. You talked about Staling, the quarterback. Gave us attributes. You said he has twitch. Well, you got all this new kind of vocabulary. That's a new one for me. I think I understand it, but for me,
Yes, sir. Just a fast twitch, like he's twitchy, like he's got a lot of quick fibers in his body. In other words, he's very quick and it can accelerate and cut on a dime versus long, slow 747 turning is more of a jet reference to where he can, versus, slow turning, so we like the quick twitch.
I like the term. Okay, and I like the answer. Also, how do you come up with things like you put the Kyron and Kenyon back there on defense, on long throwing situations? I mean, somebody has to say, hey, how do you do this? So that's interesting how you come up with thoughts like that. Little things that might change a couple ball games.
100%. So like like I've already told our defensive staff, like when we're in third and long scenarios, like those two young men need to be on the field on the defensive side in passing situations, obvious passing situations. They just, they got a skill set that's very high, and we need to utilize that and make sure that we have them out there.
And one last thing, I do the PA for the JV freshman team. I saw Staley and Munoz last year. Both of them were outstanding. But the name that kind of pops out and is Munoz. He was all over the field last year. I remember that name, so I think you mentioned him. He's going to be a great addition.
Yep. Like We're excited about all the kids we have out there. Now we have 40 on our roster, Bob. 40. That's not a big roster, but with 80% of them playing on both sides, we're going to play them. Even Aiden Zavala, our starting running back, we're repping him at some outside backer,
saw that.
because of his skill set. And I remember Aiden talking to me on the way on the bus ride home, about, Coach, I want to play defense next year. I said, okay, let's go. Let's go. Because it means something to them. That hurt and that sting, they want to contribute any way they possibly can. So again, that mindset, that philosophy, is beneficial to our entire program. Yes, sir.
Aiden very twitchy too, by the way.
He is very extremely twitchy. Here's the thing about Aiden, and I watched all last year's films 2 years ago.
He's got more. I was
All
going to
last
say
year.
he's got more twitchy.
Like you never hit him solid.
No,
You never get a full shot on
that's
Aiden.
the way you stay healthy.
He gets skinny,
Yeah,
and and he always falls forward. So I love it.
yeah, that's good stuff.
It is.
All right, we've reached our second break. When we come back, the fun portion of the show, as I call it, we'll be asking Coach some "Have you ever?" questions, and also have our picks on our return. Few good game or two on Saturday. We'll have that right around the corner. Don't go away. Final portion of Chalk Talk. I call this the fun portion because we always have fun. Maybe a few laughs here and there at the expense of Coach or whoever. But so, Coach, I'm going to ask you: have you ever questions? Okay, and just let me know.
Okay.
All right.
Let's roll.
Have you ever sang karaoke?
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Why?
I'm not. I sing in the shower. I don't sing out in public.
Okay.
I'm not a good singer.
What's your go-to song in the shower then? I was going to ask you what your go-to karaoke song was.
Yeah.
But he shut that down.
He did shut that down. So what's your go-to song in the shower?
I'm a big country and western guy.
Okay.
So anything country and western.
All right. I can live with that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I was thinking it might be "We Are the Champions." Or,
Yeah, that's a good one.
yeah.
That's a good one.
All right. Have you ever used someone else's toothbrush?
No. No.
Are you a germaphobe?
No, I'm not going to do the toothbrush. I'm not. No.
You never use your wife's toothbrush?
No, I'm not going to use my wife's toothbrush.
By accident?
No, I'm not going to use my wife's toothbrush. I don't care what she told you, Mark. I am not using my.
All right.
I think these are loaded questions.
Just check it. Have you ever clogged someone else's toilet?
No.
You know, that's the absolute worst because I have.
Tell me about it.
Well, let me tell you about it. What do you do? Especially if there's no plunger in the thing.
Yeah, other than own it, walk out there and say,
I guess you do. I guess you just own it and go, can I borrow a plunger?
you know. Not me. I've never done that.
No?
No.
All right.
Bob?
No, I never done that.
No?
Okay.
Justin?
Good thing is I got a really bad memory,
Oh, okay, that's good. That is
and
good.
I just don't remember things
Yeah.
like that.
Wow. Have you ever regifted a gift?
Oh yeah, we've done that at like the Christmas coaches parties, and when you get those kind of funny gifts that we.
The gift that keeps giving?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. So we had a picture of one of our coaches that took a picture, got gift, him with shirt off, and he's a bigger fella,
Yeah.
and laying there, and that thing got passed around like 4 times. So yeah, that's
Until
always
somebody
fun.
wanted to keep that?
No one kept it.
Oh.
No one kept it.
So
Just
for the
kinda get passed
dartboard.
around.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you ever ate an entire pizza by yourself?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Can do that.
I
More
can do
than
that.
once, huh?
I can do that.
Yeah.
It's very large. Good
Okay.
pizza. Yes, sir.
Have you ever pretended to be sick to get out of something?
No. No.
Wow. You're just a good guy, Coach. And that's going to do it for another edition. That's good. All right. And the last one, have you ever been stopped twice in the same night?
Yes. Coming back from Liberty Hill.
Oh, really?
Liberty Hill. So we go scrimmage Liberty Hill. So my wife's with us, and I was like, I'm going to ride back with you, sweetheart. We're going to head on
Okay.
back, and we're going to follow the buses, yada, yada. Just so we had some
Yeah.
conversation. And whoop, whoop, there it is. Lit us up, right? Pulled over. The buses kept on marching, quick check. And it was like, oh, my goodness. Keep on going down. Her back license plate didn't have a light on it. So we explained it. He let us go. We get into Fred. Boop, boop. There it is again. Pulled over, and I said, we got to get that fixed. We have got to get that fixed. You got pulled over twice as well.
Oh yeah, ticket. Same guy.
Same guy.
Gave me a ticket speeding both times, coming and going. Really, I did. Hey, and by the way, it was right outside of Mason. By the way, coming and going. Had to go to Brady. Got a speeding ticket going.
I could have told you.
Going.
Don't speed there.
Took care. I had business there. Took care of it. Coming home, got pulled over by the same guy.
Same guy.
Gave me a ticket both times.
Well, because you didn't learn.
That's exactly what he told me. He said, I said, you're going to give me another ticket? He goes, apparently you didn't learn the first time, so yeah.
One of our coaches, our new coach, Coach Weidenstein, he was leaving his place in the morning early. Kind of slightly rode through a stop sign. Whoop, whoop, you know, and then on the way
I
home,
like that. Whoop.
whoop, whoop, you know. Same guy.
Same guy.
Same guy. It's like, oh my God.
I feel his pain. I feel his pain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Interesting.
yeah. That's good stuff. All right, let's get to our picks. Have a couple of minutes left. Who's going to pick for this first one? First. You're going to start with you, Justin?
I'll start
All
since
right.
I
Memphis
got dead.
at UNLV.
Memphis. No, wait. You know what? Is that? No, UNLV. I'm going to change. UNLV. Always should go. Remember that pick, Bob.
Yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
always
go,
switching at the very end.
I'm going to go Memphis. I like that first. What you said first there.
I'm going to go ribeye.
Oh, dang. That hurt.
Okay, for y'all newcomers, last year I got dead last, and I owe a mistake. And we kept putting it off, and I have
You
not.
owe both of us a stake.
Yes, I know that's
we tied.
Yes, and I have not paid my debt to you guys yet. So here we are again, and their coach was gonna. I still owe him, but I came in here today saying, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?"
Owned it.
So
Absolutely.
immediately, because we hadn't seen each other in a while, it's, I still owe you. Mark, I'll get straight with him anytime. It's all right. Anyway, so you're right. I have not, and we're starting over. Perfect. We're starting over. I'm going to get it back, but I definitely still owe y'all first.
Let's go Memphis.
All right.
Good. I'll get one up on y'all right off the bat. This is going to be great.
Coach, Hawaii at Stanford. Hawaii at Stanford.
Hawaii.
Ooh, damn you.
What are you doing?
I'm going Stanford.
Oh, good. Stanford. I get two of y'all up right off the bat.
Or you fall way behind early.
This sounds familiar from last year. Then I played catch up the rest of the
time. North Carolina State at Virginia. This is mine. I'll go North Carolina State.
Was it me? Mm-hmm. I go NC State as well.
Hey.
Virginia.
Stop, man. You need to stop that immediately. Jeez.
Should I just get two steaks when I get those steaks?
So we're seeing his game plan, right, Coach? We're seeing his game plan. Jacksonville State versus North Dakota State.
Well, that's back to me.
Mm-hmm.
North Dakota State.
Yeah. I'm going to go North Dakota State, too.
Make it 3.
Okay. Yeah, they won a few national titles.
Yeah.
Oh, strong program.
Yeah, very strong.
Great program.
And finally, probably the game everybody's going to be watching is North Carolina it's not at TCU. It's
well, you're going to watch it. You got to get up like 8 o'clock in the morning to watch the game.
Well, that's true. On Saturday. So let's see, Coach. This is you. So North Carolina, TCU
in Ireland.
In Ireland.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm gonna go TCU.
Okay.
I am too. TCU in Ireland.
Yeah, it's hard to go against TCU, but my gosh. Coach, we have no separation at all if I go with TCU. I'll throw it in the game plan and go with Coach Belichick. Get us a few wins. All right, I'm going to go North Carolina then.
There you
go.
There will be a winner.
There will be. There'll be a lot of separation early here, one way or another, with Justin. He'll either be leading us both or he'll be
back to like I did last year.
Yeah.
More of the same.
That's right. All right. So that wraps up another edition of Talk Talk. Coach, thank you once
sir.
again. We always appreciate you making the time for us and looking forward to the game on Friday night. You can catch it, of course, on our radio station, 94.3 Rev FM. Antlersports.tv is where it will be video streamed live as well. So looking forward to that on Friday. And then, of course, we'll have our wrap-up show Saturday.
Saturday.
Final score on Saturday. This will be our first Saturday for that. So looking forward to that as well. In the meantime,
10 o'clock Saturday.
10.
Yeah. Yep.
10 to 11. In the meantime, everybody have a good, fun, safe the rest of the week. We'll see you underneath the lights on Friday night.